Don't do this to me again. Hello and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where you know ya boys always have something to say about the Jays. I'm the guy. I am the host, Nicholas Playlog.
And I'm the other host, Adam Peddle. And today we're going to be talking about that whole MLBPA rejecting.
Please don't do this to me again.
We're not. It's fine. They rejected it. It's all over now. But the MLBPA has just rejected MLB's offer a couple days ago about we're proposing a shortened season and push back a bit. So we're going to talk about that, break it down. What are our thoughts?
This whole situation is very triggering for me, you know?
Because of the beginning.
Because of the previous season where we had 60 games and never knew when it was starting.
I'm sure
that was painful.
It was very triggering for the MLBPA when they got that offer. They're like, no. No, please, not again. No. But we're going to break it down. But before we get into it, guys, just make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell button. Drop a like, drop a comment. You know, follow the team. We're growing. We want you guys to grow along with us as we enter the 2021 campaign that is supposed to now still start on April 1st.
Yeah, dude. And that is a good... Well, we'll talk about.
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
Thing. I mean, that's a nice thing for me. That's a nice thing for you. That's a nice thing for all of those fans who booked off a week of time to just sit in front of the television.
We got to do that. We got to book off that week.
You haven't booked it off yet?
No, I just got my new job, right? So I'm trying to be all careful and shit. Like,
I think it's time, dude. You want to book that shit
I gotta book that week off.
We're gonna be podcasting a crap load during that period of time, for sure. Yes.
So tell me about when you were reading this morning about the MLB PA rejection. What was the offer? Like what was that?
Okay,
entailing?
so basically, and this is the Kohls Notes version. The owners basically offered to the players, to the MLBPA. They said, "Hey guys, let's move it back. Let's scale it back a month. And we're also going to be cutting out 8 games. So instead of 162 games, we'll be doing 154 games. Along with that, the regular season will be about a week longer. So we're moving it back a month, but we're only going a week extra. And we will be employing the universal DH, and we will be employing the expanded playoff format. I think those are kind of the big bullet points that we need to cover for this.
Yeah.
And also, too, you will be paid your full prorated salaries for that 162 games, which was a big problem last year. Because, you know, and I was totally with the players on this. The owners were basically like, all right, guys, so you're going to be doing 100 games, but we're going to pay you for 50 of them.
Yeah,
you know?
literally, right?
It's all right then.
So, you know, in a way, you know, the MLB was like, all right, we're going to try and reach some sort of agreement here. Because, you know, the whole reason why they're pushing back is because they claim that, you know, they kind of want the cases to, like, lower a bit, right? And they want to get more fans in the stands. So when they want to open it up when the cases are all lower across the board, right? So it seemed like a good idea. But it's funny, when I was reading into it, Mayer, sorry if I mispronounced that, but the guy who's in charge of the MLBPA, he claims that MLB's plans were not designed to protect health and safety. So what the hell does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, I think I got a little idea of what that means.
Well, say it then.
All right. I will. So MLBPA, their whole thing is that they want to protect the players' salaries. And even though the MLB said that they'd be getting paid a full salary in a full season, well, there was a little clause in that little agreement that they offered that said that Rob Manfred could stop the season at any point, given under some circumstances. And then some of those circumstances, just to give a few, were you know, government restrictions preventing 5 or more teams from playing home games, or travel restrictions, or if the health workers that work for the MLB claim that there might be some sort of risk if we continue the season with players' health, then they'll stop the season. So, with that being said, there was no talk of what would happen with the player's salary after that point. You know, if the season is canceled, do the players still get paid the full salary? There's no mention of that. So the MLBPA was just like, nope. Done. don't want any more of that. Just cancel. Just deny. Not even a counter offer.
Well, and you know what? I personally, I don't really respect that, and I think this goes a lot deeper than just this offer.
Absolutely,
yeah,
it
and
does.
I'll break that down a little bit after I talk a bit about why I think that this, even though I didn't necessarily want it because we'd be losing 8 games and it'd be moving a month back, I think this would be a good idea, and that's because Florida, Arizona, where a lot of different spring training events would be happening, those are big hot zones right now for COVID. We can't forget that the United States right now, I'm very sorry guys, but you are in a much different situation than Canada is, and we're not at the best place either right now. But
we're getting a little bit better.
We are getting better. We are getting better,
yeah.
but you guys still have a long way to go. And in the end, I am far more concerned about the health and safety of these players and their families than the inevitability of playing baseball. But I also think too, by moving it back a month, not only do you have a little bit more time to organize stuff, because clearly the MLB needs as much time as they can get to organize anything.
They need to change the people organizing it. That's just
totally agree. Totally agree. Different topic, but totally agree. But also too, I really like the idea of well, maybe a month gets moved back, and then the potential of having more games being attendable, so you can go to your team and actually watch them in person like the days of old. That's really appealing to me. The idea of, maybe we can actually see some in-person games. That would be super cool. So I think that it does make a lot of sense for a lot of reasons, and I think that I hear where the players are coming from. Like, okay, so there's this clause. But I mean, what? We're not going to counter that. We're just going to totally shut this down.
I think they're just butthurt, and they're butthurt from last season, and obviously they only made a third of their salaries last year. They just want to guarantee they don't want any chance of them losing any money is immediately gone, because they. We don't know the player situations. They probably have a lot of money invested in homes and in assets, and they need to pay for those.
Agreed.
Right?
And what? Not everybody makes $300 million like Bryce Harper. Right. It is different, and there's a lot of minor league players, a lot of smaller players who don't get paid nearly as much, and those guys need to be considered.
Right.
I think though that I guess moving aside from this, because the newsworthy thing is they denied it. This isn't going forward anymore. Maybe they put another offer out, but we're still at April 1st. This pisses me off, because it speaks to the fact that no one fucking gives a shit about actual baseball. Nobody cares about the sport of baseball. The players care about their money, and the owners care about their money. And we can't seem to sit together at a table and actually talk about, okay, you know what? Baseball fans are declining. We're not the top sport in America anymore, and our numbers are going down. This is a great sport that we all love. Why can't we sit at a table and make the best possible solution, so not only we can all feel happy, but we can attract more people to this great game that we all love?
Because they just care about whatever makes the money at the end of the day. That's
exactly.
It. But what's fucked up is to go off what you're saying is you don't make money without the fans, right? So, what is it that you can do to get fans back in the stands, right? Pushing it back, I agree, would attract more fans. I mean, we're in Canada. We're not going to get any games for a while. But, let's talk about the 29 other teams that can. That would make sense. But then again, players, they just want to get their paycheck. That's all they care about. Owners, just, no one really cares. It's a business, right? I look at some businesses that just care. All they care about is profits. That's at the end of the day what they're happy about. They don't actually care about what they're doing. People get into business and do a business on something that's so obscure, but they don't care about what they're actually providing. They just care about making a profit. That's kind of what the MLB is right now.
I couldn't agree more. And what I'm saying is I hate it. I think
it's garbage.
It's horrible, man. It's totally horrible, and it's we have to have people out here who really care about what it is that they're doing. And I always bring it back to my freaking football team, but I mean, even though they got knocked out, very sad. I don't bring it up in the comments. We're still hurt. But I mean, that's why I started following that team in the first place. Not only because Aaron Rodgers is GOAT, but because that team is the only team that is owned by the people of Green Bay, Wisconsin. And everybody who is an owner of that team, the only thing that they care about is football, getting football, doing the best thing for their football team, and keeping that sport like 100%. And we need more of that in baseball.
But you know what makes money? Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes.
Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes makes money, and I don't like it, and it's the worst Super Bowl that I ever could watch, and I'm going to be very upset watching
This Sunday, Patrick Mahomes versus the future. Actually, no. It's just Patrick Mahomes is the future versus the old Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's right. Very upsetting. But,
Sorry,
anyways, moving on from that.
So what are our final thoughts about this whole? Yeah, shake it off. Get out of here. What is your final thoughts? Obviously, we're still having the season on April 1st. You know, we're actually not getting the universal DH. That's been confirmed now.
Yeah.
And
also,
I
want to bring up too. It's like that was a point as well, because apparently they have an agreement. What is it called? I wrote it down somewhere. It's not on this page. This is a completely random page. I don't know why I opened my book to this. I actually had notes on this podcast.
It's marketing YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, that's great for us, but not what we're talking about right now. But they have an agreement that expires on December 1st, and the Players Union
agreement
wants to use it as leverage, the universal DH, when that comes up. Just another thing that's like, we're holding it over your head. Business. Did not like that.
But yes, we're going back to 2019 playoff ways of 8 teams, no longer 16 teams. So you know what that means, Blue Jay fans. It's not a guaranteed wild card spot anymore. We got to fight now. We got to fight the Rays.
Well, it never was guaranteed with our pitching.
But with 16 teams, I was like, oh yeah, for sure.
We'll probably do it.
We'll make it, but not anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Not anymore.
No, we're gonna need to. We're definitely gonna need to grind. And if anything, is a wake up call to maybe acquire some more pitching. I'd say a couple less spots in the playoffs should do that. Should be the alarm call.
Marcus Simeon's really excited to join the team.
Really happy that someone's excited about him. Guys,
I'm half in.
Yeah, we came around. Let us know what you think about this ridiculousness down below in the comments. Personally, like I said before, I'm all about the health, the safety, and the sport of baseball, but it doesn't seem like anyone actually playing the game or owning anyone playing the game is. But let us know your thoughts down below.
Absolutely. And guys, make sure to comment and like, subscribe, all that kind of wonderful jazz. And also check out our platforms on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Breaker, Radio Public. And make sure to follow us on our Instagram, Twitter, and Relevant as well. We are having a chat there. You can join the chat, join the vibe, comment, talk to us, post your stuff, have a community engagement, as well as Patreon. $3 a month, and you can be on the show. Literally be on this show. You will come on, call in. We'll say, hey, Joe Blow, or nice Joe Blow. That sounds so offensive. Hey, Joe Guy, what's up? And you go, hey, boys, what's up? And we'll literally talk to you. $3 a month. Support the boys. We're grinding right now. Trying to get to 30K.
30K so we can quit. 30K quit challenge.
Yeah, literally we have a little meter
we bring
on
that
our
up
fridge.
Already? We bring up that we're quitting
this
jobs
is
at
first.
30K?
This is first.
All right, well, just so, everyone, if we can make it to 30,000 subscribers, we are currently just over 1,000.
Yeah.
We will quit our jobs. We will do this full time. I'm
down.
I will live on this freaking podcast, call my boss, and quit the second that we hit 30,000.
I will quit
30K
right away.
Quit challenge.
Exactly.
Get us to 30K.
Get your family, get your friends to subscribe. Tell them all about us.
Your mom, your dad, your sister.
Tell them that they can come and talk to us too. Your lizard. Get them a YouTube channel and subscribe.
Exactly, guys. Thanks so much for watching.
And go Jays go.